Hey, what's up everybody? Jack of Many Trades back here again with another video continuing our WWDC 2023 coverage. If you guys have been liking this, definitely show some love down below in the comment section, drop a like, and subscribe if you're not already, as according to YouTube analytics, over 97.5% of you guys are not yet subscribed. So what are you waiting for? Come and join this awesome community. I'd love to have you as a part of it. But with that being said, we're going to be getting straight into macOS 14 Sonoma. All right, so here we are on macOS 14 Sonoma. As you can see, a new feature of this is a completely redesigned lock screen. Now it looks much more like an iPad or an iPhone. You can see right here we have the big text right here for our time and our date. We also have our little icon down here with our field for entering our password, and we have these new animated backgrounds if you'd like to use them. So this is New York City. Of course, you also have a couple of other ones like Beijing and Dubai. So you can also have it cycle through these. You can see that we have a load to choose from. These are pretty big files and they need to be downloaded first before you can use them. So do keep that in mind. But we can go here and say open Patagonia, and so this is what that will look like if you are just on your desktop. It'll move through like sort of a drone shot, and you have it on the lock screen. So pretty cool. You know, they have some Earth ones, they have some underwater ones, so it makes it feel kind of like an Apple TV in that regard. But there's also, of course, your standard macOS graphics. This is the one for Sonoma. It's this sort of green, purple, and orangish type of look. There's also some other stills here, like motion blue, and down here they also have these radial ones. There's a couple of new things for you to choose from as far as backgrounds are concerned, so that is something new. Another thing that you'll notice straight away is, of course, the inclusion of widgets. Now you can add widgets to your Mac home screen. You can even fill out the entire display with widgets if you so choose. I don't know necessarily why you would want to, but I have a couple of widgets here just to keep track of some things. So I have my batteries so that I can see all of the battery percentages of everything connected to my MacBook at any time. I also have my calendar so that I can clearly see my next meetings and other things like that throughout the day. I also have weather so that I can see hourly forecasts, high and low for the day, conditions, things like that. And reminders in case I have anything coming up that I need to get done. Those will be there, and they are interactive just like on iPadOS 17 and iOS 17, so if you have a completed reminder, you can mark it off straight from the widget instead of having to open up the app. So that is pretty exciting and nice to see. But again, as with anything in these recent updates, nothing particularly groundbreaking or game-changing, but they are nice things to have. So moving straight along here to Safari, as you'll see here, we have our standard Safari layout with the background that you can choose. So nothing really new with the UI. However, we do have some new features with regard to tab groups. So if we open up this tab group here, this is just opening up tabs that I've had open before. If we open up a new tab here, you can click here to show tab group favorites. So here we have a specific favorite section just for this tab group, and you can add anything that you want to it. So let's just say, for instance, that we want to add the iPadOS 17 preview to that favorite. We now go here and add a bookmark here, and now we can just say tab group favorites, JMT Media, add, and now if we go here, you'll see that this is in our tab group favorites. So this is a pretty cool feature. You can just jump right back in. Unfortunately though, this doesn't work for everything. So if you are just on your favorites alone, you don't have the ability to show tab group favorites from your standard browsing. You have to be inside of the tab group to which the favorite was assigned to be able to open it up. So that is something that you should be aware of. It's not a deal breaker or anything at all, but it is just something to note. It's a little quirk. Hopefully they'll be bringing that to the Safari system-wide so we can access tab group favorites from anywhere, but currently it's just sort of excluded to tab groups themselves. All right, so another thing that's coming to macOS that's pretty exciting is this new overlay feature. So your MacBook will be able to take you out of the frame and basically put you over top of the content that you're sharing, if you so choose. So say that you're in a Zoom call, you can now put yourself in front of your display so that way you can just clearly point to things on the display rather than having to use a mouse cursor or something like that whenever you want to show somebody something inside of a presentation. So that is a pretty cool new feature and something that I'm actually kind of surprised that they were able to do. This doesn't just stop at FaceTime. It will work in Zoom, WebEx, and other applications that are third with no need for them to update their app. So that is a really cool thing that Apple was able to do. You can also have yourself float over a shared screen. So if you don't want to have your whole body here like this, you can just have your face overlaid on top of the content that you're sharing. Likewise, with iPadOS and iOS 17, you can now in a FaceTime call do reactions, so you can make some gestures and automatically things will start happening, like fireworks will start popping off behind you. Additionally, if you don't want to make the gestures, you can just click on your picture, hold it, and it'll give you a palette of things to choose from. So that's something that's pretty cool. Now, also, if you are on FaceTime video or if you're on Zoom or another web or another application that supports screen sharing, you can now just hover over the green icon and you'll be able to click share on Zoom, share on FaceTime, whatever it is, and be able to share that really quickly without having to open up a separate dialog just for that. So another thing that they're adding with regard to video conferencing improvements is last year they added the ability for you to use your iPhone camera as your main camera for your MacBook. Now you can take that a step further and use things like center stage. So now you'll be able to use your iPhone and have the center stage algorithm working to keep you in the center of the frame. So that is pretty cool. Just like with iOS and iPadOS 17, you can also now share Safari passwords with friends and family if you so choose. There's more relevant search things from Spotlight search. You can also now use any website just like an application, which is really cool. So I have my media page right here for YouTube. If I just tap that, it brings up my content page so that I can just go straight into creating new content for you guys, responding to comments, other things like that. So this is really exciting and definitely something that I am a pretty big fan of. And it doesn't work like a Safari tab, it works like a standalone app, and it doesn't require developers of websites to update their website. It just works automatically, which is really exciting. If we want to do that for this page right here, all you have to do is just click share and then go add to dock. It'll automatically pull the image of the website that you're on, create a description, and you can just click add. It'll add it to your dock, and then if you just click it down there, now you see that we have a web app version of this Sonoma preview. So that is cool. If you guys are into using web apps, now you can add them as applications on your dock, so they're easy to access. If you want to get rid of them, simply just drag up until it says remove, let go, and it's gone. So inside of messages, you still have all of the features from iOS 17 and iPadOS 17. You can quickly swipe to reply. In line, you can go and share locations with people really easily. You can use stickers and other things like that. Inside of PDFs, you can now quickly add information to fields. So if you have a PDF with some name, email, address, other things like that, you can just automatically and quickly populate that information straight from your preview app. So that's exciting. Just like on the iPad, the PDF viewers and markup tools are now getting much more useful. So that is exciting. And now there's also a new gaming mode coming to the Mac, which is extremely exciting. Apple just released a new API to developers that'll allow very easy porting of DirectX 12 games to Mac, and people like Crossover have already been working pretty hard to develop a framework to utilize this new open source technology that Apple has just released. So I can definitely foresee a pretty amazing gaming revolution coming to the Mac. Mac's hardware is definitely very good and very graphically capable, so it's nice to see that now Apple is taking even more of a stand, showing that they are interested in gaming applications coming to the Mac and supporting that. Those are basically some of the major features coming to the Mac. Again, as with iOS 17 and iPadOS 17, they are not major groundbreaking features, but they are nice quality of life improvements. And so I think that you will enjoy this. It is a pretty stable build so far, so that is another thing that's pretty nice. If you guys are interested in what Apple devices are going to be able to support this, here they are. You can have on the iMac 2019 and later, iMac Pro 2017, MacBook Air 2018 and later, MacBook Pro 2018 and later, Mac Pro 2019 and later, Mac Studio 2022 and later, and the Mac Mini 2018 and later. So lots of support. They have dropped quite a few devices though, so unfortunately not everybody who is on the previous version of macOS 13, will be able to upgrade to macOS 14. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, definitely make sure to drop a like down below if you didn't already, and subscribe if you haven't already, because I would love to have you guys as a part of my channel, as a part of the subscriber family. So if you guys have done that, I will see you guys in the next video, and I hope you guys have an amazing day.